Who will win? How are guys? MegaBM likes cheese here, and welcome back to a brand new pickups video. It's been over 2 years since I did one of these. Very long time in terms of YouTube. I thought it might be time to bring it back. Although I haven't got that many this past few months. I'm doing the video for the start of March to the end of May. Just between the quarantine period, obviously, not really bought any any physical games. Only got 12 12 games over a 3 month period, but no, let's bring it back. Lockdown is being eased. I might be able to get a bit more games added in for June. So starting off, I thought it would be best to start with the console I got the least for, the Nintendo Switch. I only picked up one game. Switch stuff is very expensive for some reason. Other than, I mean, you could say it's because it's popular, but PS4 stuff is nowhere near as popular, as expensive as Switch stuff. I imagine it probably something to do with the cartridge medium being expensive to produce. But the first game I got for the Switch this year is Doraemon Story of Seasons, which is basically Story of Seasons. If you don't know, is like Harvest Moon. It's a farming simulator kind of thing, where you just grow your crops on your farm, raise animals, marry the local village whore, and just kind of do farming stuff. You've probably seen like things like Stardew Valley, that kind of game. That's what this is, but with Doraemon characters. This is a bit. It feels a bit more kiddie focused than the previous ones, but it's pretty good. I think I've put in 10 hours as of now into the game, and it's pretty good. It's the first Story of Seasons game I've ever played. I've played a couple Harvest Moons briefly, but for Story of Seasons, this is my first rodeo, and I thought it was quite good. It's actually got me a bit more interested in playing a bit more of the farming simulator stuff. Who knows if it'll be as good as that, because it only came out last year, which I think you'll actually notice that I think all of these games I've got here came out last year. Maybe one of the PS4 ones might come out the year before, but I'm pretty sure all of them came out last year. And with that, move on to the PS4 stuff. I got 5 PS4 games. I never usually buy this many PS4 games at once, because I only buy exclusives. All my multi-plats I get for the Xbox One. So all of these are exclusives-ish. If it's on the Switch and PS4, I get the PS4 version. It's kind of like a tier list of consoles by multi-plats for. So like Xbox One, PS4, Switch, Wii U, 360, PS3, kind of like down at the list like that. So PS4 kind of second on the list. The games I got, this is the only game that I think might not have come out in 2019, I'm not too sure. Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is a remaster of Yakuza 2 on the PS2. A lot of 2s there. I have already finished 0 and Kiwami in this series. I finished 0 on the Game Pass on Xbox One. I do have it on the PS4. And Kiwami I finished on the PS4, and then they added it on the Game Pass like 2 days after I finished it. This is not yet on Xbox One because I believe the engine used in this is different to those two. I believe this is based on the Yakuza 6 engine. I haven't got around to playing this yet though. I'm going to. I'm of the opinion I might just go and buy all the games in the series from 0 to 7, which is coming, 7's out this year at some point, like a dragon, and just go through all of them in chronological order. Because I haven't got the remaster collection either. I have 6, but I don't have the remaster collection or 7, because obviously it's not come out here yet, it's only in Japan. I got high hopes though, because the Yakuza games, I think of them as probably the best open world games I've played. They're really good. Lots of good side stuff, contained in a very quite contained map. It's nowhere near as expansive as some of the really big ones. You know, looking at things like your Far Cries, or I guess a game that'd be more close to it, something like a GTA or a Sleeping Dogs. Those worlds are way bigger than this. I think even True Crime has a bigger world than Yakuza in terms of size, but the amount of stuff packed into Yakuza is better than most open world games I've played. Other PS4 stuff. Here's one of the games that's also on the Switch. Atelier Lulua the Scion or of Ireland. Scion. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Scion. Scion? I don't know. I haven't played this one yet. It's part of a new video I'm going to be doing at some point once I've finished the list of games I need for it. This is a game that's on that list. I have never played any Atelier games. There's like 23 of them. I was quite scared of playing this series. Because when you see 23 entries, Japanese RPG, I just think Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Tales, and go, wow, they're already hard to get into. I wonder if Atelier is hard to get into. I wonder if the story connects, and I don't know. It sounds like it might be a good idea, a good game, but I don't know. Yeah, I've just picked it up. Apparently it has violence and bad language, but no sexual content, which is surprising considering it's got an anime on the front. Hopefully it does turn out good though. Next one, this is exclusive to the PS4. Concrete Genie, which apparently has VR compatibility. And, okay, you need a PlayStation Move. Okay. It just sounds like it's a come-of-age story regarding, like, this graffiti helping this boy regarding the fact that he's getting bullied. I'm not sure what else there is, really, because I've not really done anything with the game yet. I've mostly been focusing on the Xbox One stuff for the video I'm doing. You know what, I'm just going to say that the video I'm doing is I'm doing a Games of 2019 video. Yes, I know it's 2020. I'm playing every game I possibly could want for 2019 to put in the video. It's really warm. Holy crap, it's warm. I'm playing all the games I want for 2019 just to make the video so I don't miss anything out that could have gone in. So that's why all the games I've bought are from 2019. And there's a lot I haven't got that I have to play. Another game I've not played, I'm pretty sure I know what kind of game it is though. Kill la Kill If, based on the anime series I believe. Which is a 2D fighting game. And the only reason I knew that before even looking at the game was the fact that it's developed by Arc System Works, aka the people who did BlazBlue. BlazBlue, Persona Arena, Dragon Ball FighterZ, they made this game. So this game was pretty much guaranteed to be a 2D fighting game as soon as I saw their logo on it, and from what I can tell, that is the case. Apparently, it's not canon, I guess, because it's like an if storyline to the anime series. Haven't watched the anime, haven't played the game. And a game that I've actually played on the PS4 here, and it's probably the one that I'd be questioned the most for playing. Kotodama, The Seven Mysteries of Fujisawa, which is a visual novel / puzzle game. Similar in vein, like in terms of its like combining visual novel and puzzle elements, it's similar to something like Honey Pop, but it doesn't really have the sexual content aspect-ish. It kind of does, not anywhere near as bad as Honey Pop is just pornographic hentai with puzzle elements. This game is more of a mystery visual novel with puzzle elements and slight sexual content. I'm about halfway through this game. I have not finished it because personally I find one, it's very short, and two, I think the gameplay regarding the puzzle element is nowhere near as good as Honey Pop. And when I'm playing it, all I can think is how much better Honey Pop is. That actually integrating like a match 4 system / puzzle element like that into a visual novel. However, this game is extremely cheap. I believe I paid £9, maybe £8 for it, brand new, off Amazon. So I think if you can get this for really cheap, just try it to see if you might like it. You might actually turn and go, oh, actually, it was pretty good. I quite like the story in it. Or you may go, wow, that was annoying. Which I could completely see both sides of that. Finally, the Xbox One stuff, which is the main console I collect for. I have a fuck ton of stuff for this system. Over 200 games, I believe, the Xbox One now. I think you can see them in the background. You can't there behind a washer. The clothes dryer there with a white towel on it. You can see it over there. That's behind that is just Xbox One and PS4 stuff. But yeah, all these games are from 2019 as well. Some of these have already finished. Some of them are, I believe, not played either. So, okay, a good mix here. So the first game is one I imagine, I wouldn't be surprised if no one even knew this game came out, because I only saw it by accident on Amazon and pre-ordered it, cancelled the pre-order, and then bought it recently just because I wanted to put in the video, and that is Ice Age Scrapped Nutty Adventure. Yep, Scrapped Nutty Adventure, which is a 3D platformer. The fact that someone even made a 3D platformer in 2019 based on Ice Age, a film series I don't think has had an entry since 2013, 2012. And then suddenly they came out with this. I don't know if there's meant to be another Ice Age film. I've not seen anything regarding one. If there is, and this is the only thing I've seen regarding an Ice Age film. And the worst part of the game is I don't even think it was that bad. It's not good. It's like a solid 5 out of 10. It's a solid average. The combat is bad in many aspects, but I think the environments look completely fine. They're kind of what you expect from Ice Age. The level design is fine. You know, the boss battles that I've played weren't great, but what you expect is Ice Age. For considering how shit this could have turned out, it wasn't that bad. I wouldn't recommend paying how much I had to pay for it. I think I paid £28, brand new. That's a lot of money for this. This is a game that's worth between 5 and 10. Maybe just 5. Not that great. If you do see it for that amount, heaven forbid you do. I can't imagine you would. Maybe give it a try. You might like it more than I did, but just keep in mind it is just a bog standard 3D platform. It's the kind of game you would have got on the PS2. That's what it feels like I'm playing. Next Xbox One game here, a game I've also played a little bit of. I liked less than Ice Age. PixARK, which is Ark Survival Evolved, but like pixelized. Yeah, one thing I need to kind of clear the air about is that these survival games, unless it's Minecraft or Terraria, I couldn't give a single fuck what it is. They're all bad. I hate all of them. They're just nowhere near. And even Terraria, I think, is like an average game, and Minecraft is pretty good. That's about as far as you get. And Minecraft will always just feel unique compared to its contemporaries. And I've played loads of these survival games at this point. I've played this now. I've played Subnautica and 7 Days to Die. And hated all those 3. I don't like any of them. There are some things that are interesting in the game. I think the ability to make weapons is a lot easier than Minecraft. At least the ranged weapons. For instance, like bow and arrows. That was made a lot easier. You know, I find the the movement of your character to be extremely frustrating. Playing the game, I never felt fully in control, which I think is crucial to this kind of game. Especially in this, when there's a lot of hostile mobs in the game, where you could just be attacking and then suddenly, you could be just mining some flint, and then a scorpion comes and attacks you. You're like, oh, that's really good. And then you try and jump onto your house, and you get stuck going up like that on a block. It takes over a second to jump a block, and they just walk over that same block in half the time. It doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel balanced at all. And I hate the controls. I hate the controls. They're just terrible. Terrible control scheme. If this had a Minecraft control scheme, it'd probably be really good. It'd probably be really good. Because they make these kind of games, this, especially 7 Days to Die, has a problem where it clutters the menu so much that I have no idea what I'm doing for the first 5 hours. I have absolutely no idea what the menu means. And it's just telling me stuff. This game is extremely guilty of overcrowding menus with random stuff that I don't understand. I have not played Ark Survival Evolved. I don't know if that game has the same problem. I will play it at some point to find out, but yeah. Pixar, not a great experience. Right, so now we actually got a game that I actually enjoyed playing. For once. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Yooka-Laylee's sequel, essentially. Or maybe it's a spin-off, I don't know. It says return, so I'm assuming it's a sequel. This is one of the best 2D platformers I think that's come out in the past decade. I think it's at least from what I've played, it feels near perfect. It feels fantastic to play this game. The controls are spot on. The level design is great. It looks really nice. The way how levels can be changed, similar to how the 3D game. I've not played too much of Yooka-Laylee, but I know the levels obviously expand and change as the game goes on. This has a similar element where levels can suddenly become a water level or an ice level. It makes it a lot more interesting to revisit these same levels where you're trying to get the coins and suddenly, oh, actually, I can try it with a different element and suddenly the level's completely different. It's just great. And the fact that the Impossible Lair in the name is always there. You can always challenge it. It's always looming over you, taunting you to play it. And it is genuinely difficult. I can't recommend playing this game enough. It's so good. If you like 2D platformers in any way, play Yooka-Laylee in the Impossible Lair. You may think, if you think it might be too easy, that's fine. Play an Impossible Lair without any power-ups. Then you're going to see how hard the game is. It's hard. It's really fucking hard. Without the power-ups that you get throughout the game, doing Impossible Lair without them is fucking hard. But definitely recommend. I don't think it's actually too expensive. I think it's only about £9-10 actually, this game. Highly recommend it. Let's get on to the stuff I've... So this stuff here I've not played. This I have finished. Let's do the stuff I've not played, just to get through them. Mortal Kombat 11. I've played 9 and 10 leading up to this. I finished 10. I didn't like 9. I really liked 10. I'm hoping this is more like 10. It probably is. That's about all I can say. It was... I will say though, it looks like this is 10 again, which is not really what I wanted when I saw Mortal Kombat 11 was coming out. I mean, just from what I can see, it feels like they've just made 10 and added stuff to it rather than making a completely new game. I don't know. I'll come back on that one when I actually play it for the video. Another 2019 game, infamously panned. I got it for extremely cheap. And I'm going to play it for the video, and I'm probably going to hate it. That's Anthem. Anthem, I'm sure many of you know just how poorly the reception was for this game. Even though it says it won 90 plus awards, including Best Action Game. Not sure where it won that from, but sure. I mean, it wasn't a very good year, to be honest. 2019 was not a good year for video games. I mean, even the base concept of this game is to me. I don't really care about the open world element to it with your fucking stupid mech thing. I'm open to actually liking it. There's always surprises to be had. I could potentially like this game and not know it. I might actually like this game, but I don't know. The reception's poor in it. I mean, very few people seem to like it. And it's not really the kind of game I'm interested in. So I'm probably not going to like it, but I will give it a benefit of doubt and give it a try. Just to be sure. Because I liked Crackdown 3 and no one liked Crackdown 3. And finally, it's a game I had once again, much like Ice Age. I had this pre-ordered for over a year. And then a month before it was coming out, I cancelled the pre-order because I didn't have the money for it. I've only just recently bought this in preparation for the video. That is Code Vein. I pre-ordered this when Vampire was coming out. Because I was looking at the releases to come, and I think Vampire and this are next to each other because they both feature vampires, I guess. So I pre-ordered both of them. Didn't get Vampire in the end. I still haven't got it because I was a bit cautious on how Vampire was going to do. And this game, I was sticking to my guns with it, even though I had no idea what game it was. I didn't know what kind of game this was until it was already out and people were playing it. Right up until the game came out, I had no idea what kind of game it was. I just knew that it had some kind of monster elements, and that it had combat, and that's about it. And it's got some animes on it. And that's all you need to get me to buy a game. Haven't played it yet. I'm planning to play it. It sounds like it's anime Dark Souls. I suck at Dark Souls, by the way. I'm fucking shit. I can't play those games. I don't have the patience to play them. To learn combat whilst consistently dying is not my thing at all. Really don't like it. So, who knows? I'm gonna stick with it just to be sure. Because here's a game that has that kind of combat scheme, and I finished it because I fucking loved it. It just took time. You just need to get me invested in the world, and that is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, a game that I was looking forward to. I didn't pre-order because I couldn't afford it, and I've now finished this game. As soon as it arrived, I played it, and I played it non-stop for a week, and finally finished it. I love this game. This is everything I wanted in this kind of game that they were advertising. This is exactly what I wanted to come out of it. The only thing I could possibly draw as a bad thing towards it is that personally the post-game content isn't there. It lacks any real replay value to the game. Because you can't. There's not really any planets, for instance, that just exist just for you to explore in the game, which would have been good. I would have liked that. That would have been great fun. But I think maybe not for the price it's currently on for, because I don't think there's enough content to justify the fact that I paid £35 brand new for this. Maybe when it hits, I'd say even 20. I think 2025 I think is worth it for this game. I think the combat is, in my opinion, spot on. It's a lot more. It's a very counter based. Just waiting for the right moment to strike, using your force powers to kind of get around the enemy and stuff like that. A lot of people said there was a lot of technical issues. I personally did not have really any. The only technical issues I had were right at the end of the game. I didn't have any before that. But I know some people have had some of that, so maybe keep that in mind before buying it, that there seems to be technical issues that people have experienced, but I've personally not experienced them. But yeah, highly recommended. Just going to go out on a main thing and say, of 2019 so far, of what I've played, this is my favourite game of the year. This is my favourite. And I've played The Outer Worlds, The Golf, Void Bastards, Tetris 99. I've played a lot of games from that year, and it is my favourite so far. There's a lot of stuff I haven't played yet. For instance, I've not played Luigi's Mansion 3. But who knows? I mean, that might stay there. It might be my favourite from last year. Who knows? But that's it. That's all I've got for the past 3 months. Who knows what's going to be like next month? Well, I suppose it's this month now, because I was meant to record this a few days ago and didn't. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.